So I'm gonna try to be as quick as possible because the next 15 minutes of your life can literally save you 15 years of your life. Someone in this room right now, for the next 15 years, you will work. But someone in this room, because of this next 15 minutes, you'll have the option to not have to. That's all we're going to give you is the option. Does that make sense? Yes. So real quick, my story before I talk about some money, I believe you should know who I am. My name is Chad Thompson, regular person, not made up, not created, right? Not off a video game. I barely graduated high school. I never went to college because I hate school. Does anybody agree with me that a degree does not determine your success? Right? So that was me. I went the total opposite route of my family. Everyone else in my family, they're scholars. Multiple masters. I am literally the only one because I barely could read. Make sense? So entrepreneurship was the best thing for me because I just didn't like bosses. I didn't like rules. I didn't like any of this stuff that goes on in this world. And I wanted to create my own economy. Is anybody else like that? Oh, yeah. Doesn't matter, Democrat, Republican, you create your own economy, right? Doesn't even matter. So that's what I decided to do when I seen this information. Not to mention I was living at home with my mom on her futon. Right? So when they told me, has anybody ever lived at home with their mom on a futon? Right? Y'all was looking at me like that's a bad thing, right? I'm sure somebody started there before, right? All right, just makes it, but I'm not there anymore. All right. So I joined literally this industry because my boss would not give me a raise when I demanded to. He would not let me take vacations when I wanted. So I wanted to just control my life, like I said. So I dove into this industry. Hopefully whoever invited you here today, you'll thank them at the end. Because even if you don't get started, still thank them. Because like I said, you can right now be at home watching TV of someone who already made their wealth. Right now you're hearing a wealth seminar to know how to create your own wealth. Right. So that shows a lot about you. So I'm going to dive right in because once I got involved in this industry, I literally went from broke to saving my whole family. I've been able to go from $25,000 a year to sometimes even being able to do that in 2 weeks. Right? So with that type of income, who wants yearly income monthly? By show of hands. I always tell people that you deserve to make your age every month. And I don't mean if you're 40, I don't mean $40. Right? If you're 27 like me, I don't mean $27. We mean $27,000 every 30 days. Right? We're going to show you how to do that. Right? It's possible. Everybody say compensation. Compensation. All right, I'm controlling that. Okay. All right. And it's very simple. Because if I can do it, you can do it. Right? So we get paid to have conversations in this room. As Massey already told you how awesome travel is. So if you only want to do travel, you can do travel. But guess what? This right here is in addition to the comp plan. And everybody say extra money. Extra money. So if you want extra money, all you have to do is use your words. Who can speak English in the room? Who's already gossiping about things that's not paying you anything? Right? Hello. Who's already posting on Facebook getting likes but no dollars? Right? Right? So we're already communicating anyway. I'm going to show you how to communicate and let your words bring in wealth instead of worries. Right? So every time you talk to someone about vacation travel or saving on their taxes or traveling the world more for less or just retiring early, right? If the conversation makes sense to that person, they're going to pay you a $40 commission. Now, like I told you, I'm not a salesman. So if you say this doesn't make sense, guess what? I'm going to talk to someone else because guess what? I talk every day anyway. And everybody say anyway. Anyway. And not only that, how many people do you think right now while we're on here is online searching for an opportunity? Let's think about it. How many people's online? Right? So even if you don't know anybody, there's people right now searching for opportunity. And if your words go to their ear and you give it to them, you can get paid. Who refers somebody to a movie lately? Because Batman and Superman just came out. Did anybody go see it? Did anybody refer you to go see it, ma'am? Did somebody say it was good? It was good. Do you think they got a commission when you went to the movies? They did not. So we're referring things to people anyway, right? And for someone who probably thinks that $40 is not a lot of money, because I see y'all faces and I know we're here in Atlanta, right? The bougie state. Who wish they had an extra $40 when you pumped your gas tank?
All right.
This morning. Extra $40. Right? Not only that, but let's just say, for example, if you can do this, say I can. Who can send out an email blast to 100 people?
I can.
You can? And what if 20 of them showed up today? 10 of them said, hey, this is complete nonsense. No one's getting paid to travel retiring early. We're traveling more for less, right? Yes, right? And then 10 people said yes. What's 10 times 40? For email blast, who can do that? Right? That's powerful. So the $40 adds up. Can everybody say code?
Code.
Now on your third conversation and beyond, for the same conversation, you're making more money. Now who at your job, they ask you to do more stuff with less money or the same money? They just keep giving you more and more titles at your job, right? But no more money, right?
Right.
Here in Paycation, you do literally the same thing, and the money just gets more and more. Who thinks you could probably start off with an average conversation, but if you're saying the same conversation a year from now, you'll be good at it?
Oh, yes.
Right? And if they pay you for doing the same thing, who thinks you'll probably master that conversation?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing here, right? This is powerful. So now you get a raise $50 per conversation. So if you knew every time your tongue moved, you could potentially make $50 in a 24-hour day, who probably would not stop talking? Right? And let's think about it. How many bills do we have coming in your house right now? Just shout out a couple numbers. How many bills is coming in your house? I heard 6. 5 bills? Whoa, 25. I am glad you're in the building. Right? Because if you only have one stream of income and multiple bills, guess what? You just might as well just add one more stream. Give a round of applause for one more stream. Right, one more stream of income. It only makes sense, everybody. So coded bonus overrides. Can everybody say override?
Override.
Now let's say, for example, because this is a conversation, not a presentation. Where's the guest in the room? Any guests? All right, ma'am. Let's say, for example, I put you in the business. I'm not gonna mess with you. Right? So I put, what's your name? Kathleen. Y'all give Kathleen a round of applause. Right? I put Kathleen in the business. I make a $50 upfront bonus that's paid out next week in my bank. Does anybody have a bank account?
Yeah.
Right? It's gonna go in your bank, right? Real money. And now she takes this more serious than me. Right? Can you imagine that if she puts in 100 people that's coded to her, who are like $110 bills for everybody she puts in, and I didn't do anything?
Right.
Guest in the room. What I just said is, that's leverage. Who works harder than their boss right now? Just raise your eyebrow if that's you. We don't even want to see your hands. Right? If you work harder than your boss. Right? Now, who gets paid more? That's called leverage. And if you don't have any, guess what? You might be working harder than your boss forever. And who thinks that's not fair? That's not fair, right? So you have to create leverage for your family because that's what's fair. You being home with your family, working less, getting paid more, right? Mindset shift. So, and for example, for the guests in the room, let's say you start today, and before you leave, everyone in this room owes you $10. If the check came, who would cash it? And remember, all I did was put Kathleen in the business. She put all of you in the business. Everyone who's coded, you get $10 off that conversation, and you're not even talking anymore. That's powerful. That's called getting something started, and it runs for yourself. That's powerful, guys. Not only that, we get 150% match on your first 2 people you put in the business. Now, has anybody ever trained somebody at your job before? No, like honestly, raise your hand if you really trained somebody at your job. Now, I haven't worked a job in so very long. So I don't remember, but I heard that sometimes when you train some people at your job, they sometimes take your job.
That's right.
Say if that's true. What about, I also heard, right, because it's been a while, that sometimes the person you train at your job, they make more money than you. Oh, I heard a Well, let me just help you relate as you're making your decision whether to get started or not from corporate America to entrepreneurship. 150% match means when you put someone in this business, when they get a check, you get a check. And if it's 150% more, that means you get a check and a half. Does this make sense? Yeah. You get a little extra. So just imagine that person that you helped at your job or get the job, every time they got a W-2 check, you got a W-2 check. That's powerful. Because what if somebody takes this serious and for the rest of their life, they turn this into a career and you get a check for the rest of your life for a 10-minute conversation you have with somebody? Right. Who wants to learn how to talk now? Right? You want to learn how to communicate now, right? Now, on your third person and beyond, this is where it gets gooder. Right? And when you're your own boss, you can make up your own words. You must know this, y'all. You must know this, y'all. Right? Who's going to fire us? Let's think about it.
Hello.
So at 100% match is so powerful because me personally, I understood. If you're taking notes, this is where you want to write. I understood that literally 3% control all the wealth in real estate. They control all the wealth on Wall Street, stocks, money, period. Only 3% of the world only make 6 figures. Who agrees that the world is pretty big? And if it's only 3% of the world, that means 97% of the world has not figured it out. I was a part of the 97%. Who could use 6 figures in their life? Oh, yeah. Right? That's what we're talking about, money right now, right? We talked about travel earlier. We're talking about money now, right? Right. All right, perfect. So, with this 100% match, what it meant to me, because I'm a numbers guy, I didn't claim to be smart, but I was a numbers guy. At my job, I was making $500 a week. That's about $25,000 a year. Right? I knew it would take me 40 years of working that job to potentially die, but also still not make 6 figures, right? Because it's up to the owner to see if he wants to pay me that much, right? So in my mind, I looked at this and I said, wait a minute. So if I get 100% check match on people's check, that means all I have to do is help 10 people make $1,000 a month or a week. And that's 10 grand a month or a week. This is making sense. Now, who would rather take 2 years to find 10 people to make 6 figures or 40 years to potentially still not? What's the better numbers? Even if you didn't learn, even if you didn't know how to communicate yet, who would take the 2 years to learn how to communicate? Right? Because communicators make the money in the world. Okay? And also the president, he has to learn how to communicate, right? Who knows he's still not the highest paid person in the world? You have people in this room right now who make more than the president of the United States of America, and they sit at home on their couch. Right? So, everybody say residual.
Residual.
But let me tone it down. What if you introduce one person, they make an extra $200 that week? Is it okay because you introduced them and they made $200 in the code that you made $200?
Yes.
So I had to tone it down for everybody who don't even believe they can make 6. Who wants to make an extra 2? Right, extra 200, right? Just pay a cell phone bill. Mm-hmm. Right? And this is powerful because guess what? You're not doing all the work. At your job, you're 100% in control of your income. Which means if you slow down and stop, your money slow down and stop. A wealthy person said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts. So if I decide not to do anything, 99% of the work still gets done. Who agrees you can't control when you get sick? That's right. Who agrees when you get sick, your money get funny? This is called residual income, to where whether you sick, feeling great, the money still comes. Right. That's pretty good. So we get 25 ways we get paid total in this company. This is just a couple. If you like the couple, stick around. You're going to love the other 23. Makes sense? We get paid 8 ways residually. Let's talk about residual and personal codes. So let's say, for example, you introduce someone to the business. What's your name, sir? Kamani Wright. You look like a boss. Can y'all give Kamani a round of applause? Right. And let's talk about a 10% match, right? Let's say I introduce Kamani to the business. He takes his residual income to $3,000 a month. Who would like that? Oh, yeah. Right? Now, because I introduced him to the business, is it okay that I get 10% of his $3,000? But watch this. It's not going to come out of his check. I'm going to get my own separate $300 for helping him make $3,000. Does that sound good to anybody? Yes. And if you're selfish, this is not for you. Right. Because you have to help people. We're not out to get people. Tap your neighbor and say, oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. Right? We're not out to get people. We're out to help people. And that's why we're not interested in working with everybody, because most of everybody has to be a part of the 97%. Right. Right? So out of a room of about 100 people, there's only about 3 of you that's going to get this information. Raise your eyebrow if you're one of the 3. Right? So let's talk about the Matrix. Can everybody say Matrix? Matrix. Now, has anybody seen the movie? Yeah. What's one thing that stood out about the movie to you? Just shout it out real quick. He said he bent backward. He said choice. The choice. He said red pill, blue pill. Who remembers those pills? Right now we're giving you both of those pills. You have to decide. Right? You can enter the Matrix, or you can leave this room right now and go back to the regular world. All right? The regular world. All right? And the regular world is a cold world. Even the government shut down, and y'all depend on them. Right? So now, the Matrix maxes out at over $100,000 a month. Yes, I wanted that to soak in. Right? And the best thing about the Matrix is it's a team effort. So who in the room is shy? Let's be honest, just shy. You know you want to make something happen, but you're kind of shy. Hey, 3 people shy. Okay. Who's not going to raise their hand no matter what I say? We know there's more than 3 people who shy in this room right now, right? You probably so shy you couldn't even raise your hand. Right? Right? So we got 3 people that's shy in the room right now, right? Which means everybody's going to make this happen. But if you're one of those 3 people who's shy, that means whoever brings you in this business, you have an opportunity to override who they bring in the business, which is absolutely fair because, for example, you can only have 4 people on your front line. Let's say you found those 10 people we need, right? Everybody say 10. 10. And as you put in your first 4, your 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th have to go under someone else and contribute to their income. That's right. Did you catch the word have to? It's not even favoritism. So whoever you are, it doesn't matter whether I like you or not, someone eventually has to contribute to your income. Who thinks that's fair? Yes. So you tap in there and say, lock in your spot. Lock in your spot. Not only that, let's just imagine you're that shy person, right? You're that shy person. And levels, do I have a beam? I have a beam. So levels 1 through 4, right? That pays you how much? $768. Let's say a year from today, you got started and 256 people spilt under you because this is a forced matrix. They're forced to go under you, right? Let's say you woke up a year from today. You got started. It sounded great. A year from today, you woke up with 256 people contributing to your income. Right? Who thinks that's better than the number you have right now? Especially if it's on someone else's efforts. Right? And then all you needed to get this 768, all you needed was to put in one person. Who would go find one person for $768? Right? Because that's powerful, and it's called residual. It's called what? Residual. Which means when you blow the check, it comes right back. Who would play with money different if you knew your money would come back off of efforts you did last month? Right. You don't have to keep working every day for this money that you're so stressed over. Right? Is this making sense? Money is a tool. And if you don't study money, I encourage you to get in because they're going to teach you how to study money. But who's a bigger thinker? Who's a bigger thinker? Any big thinkers? Yeah. What if you had 10 successful conversations? you unlock your whole entire matrix, and you have the potential to earn 5 figures every month. Not only that, who likes no overhead? See, in business, because most businesses cost a lot of money, do you agree? Right. Here in the matrix, you can eliminate your overhead, because if you notice right here, we pay $69.95 every month, but it comes out your profit instead of out of your pocket. Who likes that? Yes. Running a free business. That's powerful. Very powerful. Now, we also have ranks. We have ranks, right? And this is for the guests, because me personally, I like to, because I was very skeptical when I first seen this at 21 years old. Not because I was slow, but because I just never seen this before. Make sense? So I like to show the guests in the room that success is really happening. Is there any RTCs in the room? You just wave your hand and be recognized, show the guests you're real. You just raise your hand a little higher, you just show the guests you're real. Awesome. They bleed, right? You bleed? Y'all bleed? Okay, y'all bleed. Y'all bleed blood, right? All right, they're real, y'all. Then you could get 3 successful conversations for everybody taking notes. Once you help 3 people get started, you have made your money back. That is very important for you to know when you start a business. How do I make my money back? Right? 3 referrals, you made your money back. Is there any executives in the room? Can you just wave your hand with a little more swagger? So my man stood up. A little more swagger. Perfect. Right? They know it's real. Now, at the position of regional, let's bounce back 1. You have 6 professional, successful conversations. Right? You have the potential earning of, woo! Right? And at the position of regional, you also start making some extra money. We'll talk about that later. Is there any regionals in the room? Can you raise your hand, be recognized? We got one over here, lady in the front, anybody in the back? Perfect. Perfect. Can everybody say another level? At the position of national. National, right? Your business is free. You're feeling good because you have had 10 successful conversations, which means you've helped a couple people become entrepreneurs, sir. And there's nothing better than that. You've helped somebody, right? Any nationals in the room, will you please stand up? We want to see your face. Any nationals in the room? Okay. Don't they look clean yet? But everybody say another level. We're not playing around at national, right? We're getting to the next level. The next level is so awesome because not only do you pick up an extra $600 lifestyle bonus on top of everything else we just talked about, right? Now this $600 can go towards Sally and May. This $600 can go towards your child support. This $600 can go towards whatever you want. Is this making sense? This can actually go in your bank account so you can save, right? Also, once you qualify, you also get another. Can everybody say another? $600 to go towards your B-E-N-Z. Does anybody know what that spells? Benz. Now, I saw a lot of Benzes in the parking lot. I saw them. White, silver, black. I even said the red one. The red one is very nice, whoever has the red one. But it is something about it when someone else pays your car note. Right. Yes, can I get an amen? Yes. Is anybody feeling what I'm saying right now? It's another feeling when someone else pays your car note. Is there any international executives in the room? Please come to the front. We just want to see your face if you're real. Hey! All right, very briefly, if you don't mind, can you just say your name, your background, what you do?
My name is Ronnie Taylor. Background is in telecommunications, originally from Amityville, New York.
My name is Jillian Johnson, originally from New York. Background in healthcare.
Lisa Nelson, originally from St. Petersburg, Florida, mortgage underwriter.
Jacqueline White, originally from Oakland, California, government employee.
Good morning. My name is Manya Jackson. I'm from right here in Atlanta, Georgia, and I am a behavior analyst.
Good morning, Elaine Tinsley. Good morning. My background is Mary Kay, and I got tired of hearing people talk about being allergic.
Jamal Stevens, video production.
Ruth Washington, professional accountant, and I own my own accounting business.
I'll give them a round of applause as they take their seats. Notice they walk a little different, y'all. Now, I want to ask everybody in the room a real question. A real question. If you worked hard for 6 months and you hit international executive and you're used to that residual $600 coming, right? You're used to it for 6 months for something you did